dirt spot.
Alright, man.
Chain check.
He said my knee ain't ashy as fuck. We both got knees out on these niggas. Anyway. Season 2, man.
Wow.
Season 2, bro. We done came a little way.
Back again, yeah.
We done came a little way.
A lot of stuff done passed though. That little break was
that break. I swear that break. It seemed short, but it was a lot going on in that break, man.
Right.
I mean, like, where you at? You all right? I ain't check in with you in a minute, man.
Listen, boy, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the growth. I don't know. You know, before I used to try to make myself be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you try to force yourself into an all right situation.
Plenty of times.
Yeah, but I don't know. And I think I'm okay with that right now. Like, I'm okay with not knowing if I'm all right. I'm okay with that uncertainty.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
That's very interesting, right? Like the whole gray area, right? People always talk trash about the gray area.
Right.
But to me, it's during the gray area you really find what's black and what's white.
True.
You really learn how to separate. True. You really figure out your do's and don'ts, your wants.
Right.
Your I don't wants.
Right.
Your likes and dislikes.
Wow.
Your necessities versus your, you know what I'm saying, privileges, or your, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that you don't necessarily need. Like, so I've been in the gray area myself too.
Right.
And actually, I've been finding comfort in the gray area.
Wow.
Because I think I was so serious about what's got to be black and what's got to be white.
Right.
Funny thing is, what I think is white might be black to somebody else.
Come on, talk to me.
what I think is gray might be black and white to somebody else.
It's deep though.
You feel me?
That's
so I've just been basically being okay with what I like and what I love and what you know, what drives me. And I think that a lot of folks, man, get caught up in what their parents told them they should do, different ideology, past experiences.
I agree.
Fear can kind of sometimes control how you look at things, but it's important to constantly reset, man.
I always think about the palm tree whenever I'm going through anything.
Okay.
You know, because it's such a great lesson right there in that palm tree, because when the storms come, that palm tree lay down. You know what I'm saying? And then wait till the storm passes and it pop up. But that oak tree, that one that's trying to be so strong and sturdy and trying to remain so tough, is what breaks. It's strength and flexibility. It's strength in being able to let things pass over you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us become so rigid in what we want to do. We don't allow ourselves to be flexible. We, like you said, whether it's past experiences, whether it's fear, whether it's what society says, what your friends say, what your mama may think. It could be anything, and it makes you unable to move, and that's dangerous, because life is greater than us. It has to be, because when we cease to exist, it's not like life ceased to exist. Life is greater than us. We're parts of that machine, and you have to give way to life at times. You have to humble yourself. You have to lay down and let life pass over you and say, This too much for me.
This too much.
I'm gonna lay it down right now. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta lay down, and I'm not saying I'm laying down on no, you know, for lack of better words, I ain't being no punk. Now I almost said the other thing, but I ain't being no punk. But the situation with laying down is, bro, sometimes if you lay down, you let the storm pass over instead of getting stuck in it.
Right.
Because you're trying to stand up in the storm, knowing them damn 100-mile-an-hour winds gonna knock you. Them 100-mile-an-hour winds can take you some places.
That's pride.
You don't want to go.
That's pride.
Pride.
That's what that is.
Pride.
You want to be proud in the storm, and you're going to mess around and lose your life there. Listen, it's a defense mechanism, right? You notice that people who, and I was talking to my daughter the other day, you know, I was doing the training.
Which one? Oldest
Alex,
one?
I trained for the boxing thing. And I was telling her I'm scared. I was always scared to box because I don't have a pass out mechanism. Meaning, if you're in a car accident, you hit something really hard, you pass out. The purpose is to preserve yourself. Your body goes limp so that whatever you hit, you can survive. Right. For some reason, my brain don't click like that. So when I got a concussion playing football, I got a concussion playing Somerville, but I didn't come out the game. Nobody knew I had a concussion. I'm in there talking to people. LeVon had to be like nobody knew because I was out, but I was up on my feet out. And that's day. And I was telling her I was scared to box. I was like, because that's somebody who could die in the ring. Because your body's not going to let you lay down so you can live. You're going to just sit there and take that punishment that you don't need to take. And that's pride. That's hubris, bro. And a lot of us are so prideful. We're so prideful. We're willing to stand in that storm and lose our life. And it's not being a punk. Because I ain't like I'm uprooting. I'm not uprooting my trees.
I just gotta lay down.
I'm just smart enough to know when I can't win this one. Yeah, I gotta let it pass over.
And the situation is, bro, you can't please everybody.
Never.
And you're not gonna win every battle.
Can't.
The toughest of the tough, man. You ain't gonna win every battle. But the situation is, what are you learning from when you went in battle?
Right.
What did you learn from the war? You know what I'm saying? What did you get out of it? You know what I'm saying? If you was just fighting, hey, if you was just shooting, bro, you ain't gonna leave out of the war with nothing, bro. There was no resolve.
You ain't had no end game. And you said it though. Okay, do you want to win this battle or do you want to win this war?
Come on, man.
And if you're not asking yourself them questions on the daily, like you're gonna take so many losses because there's something bigger out there, right?
Yeah.
Don't get so caught up on what's not important or trying to, and that's the thing. That palm tree is strong and ain't trying to look strong. It just is. It's stronger than that oak because when the storm come through, he's still there. So his strength gonna be proven at the end. Don't try to prove to somebody what you are and end up showing them exactly what you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you something else about the roots of that oak though. When that water get too saturated, when that ground get too soft, when it rain over and over and over and over again, that oak may be able to withstand the winds. But when that ground, when that rain that just kept pounding on that oak, it's gonna uproot. It gonna knock right over.
Right.
Now the palm tree had the defense mechanism already built in.
Exactly.
It could bend and still live. Exactly. But when that oak tree is uprooted, that's it.
And and right there, reevaluate strength. Like reevaluate strength.
What does strength mean to you?
Right.
What is strength? You know, let's talk about that for a second, bro. Because I really feel like
that's a deep concept.
I feel like we've been taught and told be strong, but then it ain't no details in it really. You know, your whole life they've been saying be a man, be strong, but being a man don't necessarily mean being strong all the time.
Our idea of strength is so far off the mark.
Oof,
and it's as a black man, we are taught the opposite of strength. You understand? We're not taught to be strong. We're taught. They use those words, but everything they say after that is the exact opposite. Now, black women have been taught to be strong.
They teach us to take it, to tolerate. That's what it is, bro. We've been taught to tolerate.
Right.
We're not taught to be strong. You know, black women definitely have been taught to be strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're also allowed to be stronger than us in a lot of situations.
In a lot of situations,
from the workplace
they are.
To the street.
They
you know
are.
What I'm saying?
They are, and they've shown it. And you know, I look at like the civil rights movement. I don't care what you say. Like, just be honest. Like, let's get away from like the wasting time with foolishness. Let's just look at the facts. The majority of people, and you always gonna have somebody that's like, well, okay, I'm saying the majority of people in the civil rights movement were black men. That's a fact.
Of course.
But from the civil rights movement,
the black women supported all. You know, our women supported like hell.
They did.
And we didn't want them behind the line. I mean, we didn't want them on the line anyway.
Nobody else that was in there. I'm just saying for the facts.
My bad.
No, you good because you know that's gonna come up. You know,
I gotta do it. I gotta make
sure. Women was there, and
somebody was gonna say, "Hold up, we was making sandwiches.
Listen, I know.
We was praying for y'all, but we not taking nothing away from that.
So let's go ahead and throw it out there. Let's go ahead and throw it out there.
I ain't never saying that the soul sister ain't been there the whole time.
But this is what I'm saying. Factually,
okay,
the majority of people on that line, whether you was getting bit, hit with a water hose, locked up, was black men.
Right.
I'm not taking nothing from nobody else.
Of course.
But when you look at the progress,
okay,
we've got the least amount of that. White women have got tremendous progress from the civil rights movement.
Right.
Black women have got tremendous progress from the civil rights movement.
White men got more power.
LGBTQ community has got tremendous progress from the civil rights movement.
Bruh.
The least progress made is the group that put in the most sacrifice.
It's for the 2/3. It's for the 2/3 of a man.
Think about that, bro.
The least amount of progress has been for the 2/3 of a man. It's the same way that they've been looking at this. We worthy of being sent out there to die.
Right.
We worthy of that, right? But we not worthy of being protected to live.
But that comes to that definition of strength. And you know who's to blame? The 2/3. It's us. Damn. We have in our own self, in our own minds, polluted of what we call strength. Okay. To the point now where when people even first think of a black male or a black American, your first thought doesn't naturally say this smart, articulated, intelligent brother. Your first thought gonna go to something negative or to something, and then you're gonna think that the smart brother is the exception. That's not true, but that's how we've allowed things to be persuaded. And even the music we listen to, it gets to a point where, like, if somebody's rapping and they 35, right? Mm-hmm. We knock them, right? These dudes too old to be rapping. So who are we listening to? The 17-year-old kid who ain't did nothing? That's
for you, bro.
Think about that, bro. Think about what we call straight.
That's a deep way to look at that too.
For real though.
And then I look at even the older fellas, man. Like it's almost like I look at the dressing situation. I look at how we gotta be, leaders. I look at this whole mix up, and I agree with you to a certain extent about it's our fault. But then there's just that one piece, man, where I gotta go where I'm about to go.
Right, you gotta do it.
I gotta go where I'm about to go, bro.
Right.
It is our fault. It is our fault. Right. Because we might have laid down too much. You understand? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's possible the storm might have been so serious that some fellas felt all they could do is lay down. Because soon as they stand up, they shot. Mm-hmm. Soon as they stand up, the other brothers cut them down. Mm-hmm. Soon as they jump on a show trying to promote positivity or anything like that, another nigga just spend time trying to find something to hate on. Facts. Trying to find something to bury a nigga behind. Facts. Instead of looking at the message, instead of looking at the positive side, bro. Mm-hmm. You know how many times just being from my little hometown of Buford, a nigga had to act like I wasn't doing nothing positive just for it to be accepted and then for the positivity to rain out later.
And it's sick though.
And it's sick that I gotta come in undercover to even get somebody to rock with the knowledge I'm sharing. Right. Or whatever God put on my heart and gave me to deliver.
That's sick though, man.
I gotta think 3 times about it.
That's sad.
Like what they gonna think or and really you're supposed to be walking in your purpose, bro. And not knocking the next man for walking in his.
But see that's what happens when somebody goes out to break that mold, right?
Okay.
And instead of you embracing what they are doing for everybody, you more or less looking at them with hate and animosity of, well, why couldn't I do it? And if I couldn't do it, then he can't do it. Bro, listen, when I was out here in these streets running crazy, I was looking for smoke. I couldn't find nobody that wanted it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't find nobody that wanted to smoke when I was looking for it.
That's deep, boy.
Bro, I done got more death threats after being a teacher and doing 2/3 of man, and now all of a sudden people want to threaten me and this, that, and, you know why? It's hate, man.
That's a deep thing.
Imagine that.
Hey, look where you going. Look where you going. Let me tell you something. You know how many fellas, bruh, real motherfuckers, hey, fellas that I would do some things for. Fellas that I would chit chat with. Fellas that if they needed a favor, I got you, bro. Right. Hit me up in private. They not gonna say nothing to where anybody can see them, Or God forbid they be trying to tap into something that's not so cool by society standards. God forbid they be trying to enlighten themselves or think positively or catch a little bit of what we trying to put out there. God forbid that, right? The whole situation is, though, they'll hit you up in the inbox when they see you in the streets, but they don't realize that if they would just, you ain't even got to get on board like that. If you would just like it, share it, say something to a peer, bruh, we could go to the next level. Like we could keep boosting each other on and on and on.
But that go to
it's crazy. They'll tell you in private they like you,
right?
But then they'll hate on you with the next group of people.
That go to strength because once again, we have been convinced that if I look at another black man and say, bro, I love you, bro, I love what you're doing, that somehow is weak. If I look at another black man and say, that's crazy, because when I love going through a page and seeing somebody do something. I'm commenting, bro.
Doing something great.
Yeah,
me too.
I'm
sharing.
I'm
commenting.
Because
I'm doing whatever.
It doesn't bring me down. You know what I'm saying? To bring you up.
It ain't cost me nothing.
And why not? Because how can I look in the mirror, see this reflection, love myself, and then look at somebody who look just like me and then hate?
Come on, man.
That mean I'm lying on one of them things.
Painful.
You feel me? I'm lying about one of them things. You can't hate me and love yourself and you look like me. You lying. Either you really hate yourself too. You like that's a cognitive dissonance. There's a breakdown there.
Be careful of what you put out. People got to be careful of what they project because it says so much about you.
Right.
It says so much about what you really are and who you really are. Like, I watch people post all the time. I be lurking. Right. I don't even say nothing. I just be learning. I just be out here watching.
Right.
I be watching the stuff people take and run with.
Right.
I be watching the stuff people drop and leave.
Right.
I be watching the jokes. You know what I'm saying? And me, you know, I process information, bro. You suffer from the same thing. It's called overthinking. Right. It's called it's called being severely intellectual, bro. It's a problem.
Right.
So I'ma find intellect. Hey, I'ma find intellect in a balled up piece of paper. I wonder if the wind blow whatever it shift left, right. Do a couple tumbles. I don't know. Hey, it ain't my fault. I was given this. You know what I'm saying?
Folded like this with it, or own father.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So what I do, what God gave me the gift, bro, is to be able to go into a situation, provide a decent analysis, sometimes a damn good one, and I do fix things, and people do ask me to fix things, and that's what I've been doing for a long time. So I don't fix nothing nobody don't ask me to fix, though. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, while I was doing all this observation, bro, I saw that sometimes you're bigger than the situation you're in.
Facts.
And you need to be okay with that.
Facts.
Everybody out there grinding, doing something that you know is in your heart, and it's a passion for it. You wake up in the morning, think about it. You go to sleep, think about it. Don't let nobody knock you off. Because the same nigga sitting home hating ain't got shit going on.
Right. That's why they hate.
And that's why they hating. A motherfucker that's doing something, they ain't got no time to hate.
You ain't.
They ain't got no time to hate.
And it's always the same ones, yo. And that's
same type of nigga.
You know, you get to a point, Kutter, where
leave the niggas, run with the black man. You gotta leave the niggas and you gotta run with the soul brother. That's all I'm saying, bro. We gotta get to that point though.
But you know, that's real. And I got to a point in my journey, I always call it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where I'm okay with you not being okay with me. You know what I'm saying? But I want to have that conversation and sit down with you because I still want to give you a chance. Present yourself, man. Yeah. Tell me why. Tell me what is your problem? Because here's the deal. If I come out here and I'm trying to teach kids,
okay.
If I come out here and I'm trying to work with the youth, you looking at my personal life. You looking at my home so
that shit don't got nothing to do with what I'm doing for these kids either.
So I guess if you're a mechanic, you can't catch a flat tire?
Man, come on, man.
So if you're a mechanic, your car will never break down?
If you're a barber, your fade can't be crooked.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't be
so I can't fix your car? If my car break down, I don't care if you're a mechanic or not, your car gonna break down. I don't care if you're a barber. You might need a tape up.
Bruh, every mechanic got a raggedy whip, though.
Come on,
and
man.
The best painters, they shit ain't been painted. I'm just saying. The hairstylist, her neck itchy right now. Right. The best hairstylist in Beaufort, neck itchy right now. I'm telling you.
Listen.
It's crazy.
They say,
don't judge me based off of what my personal life is. Watch what I do with them kids. Watch what I do with my kids.
A camel can't see the bend in his own neck.
That's
so that
can't say that again. Man.
A camel can't see the bend in his own neck. You think that because I come on here, I don't have the same plate full of problems that you got?
Might be some more.
It might be twice.
Somebody got a basket full of problems.
When I come on here, I'm just trying to get one less problem off your plate by being honest about something that's on mine.
Come on. And I don't mind being vulnerable so you can.
That's what it's about.
I done did that shit a lot of times.
I'm out here. We out here. Anybody who's out there, you putting yourself out there. It's not necessarily for the purpose of that person watching, because a lot of times what I'm putting out here is for a youth or for a parent to take it to a youth or to create a better way. I got all these rocks that I hit my feet on. I'm trying to move a couple of them out the way so we all can get through a little faster. But you mad at me.
You know what you posted the other day? How you was grinding 20 hours a day, man. What was the name of the place you was working at? AMI Kids, right?
Yeah, AMI Kids.
What was that?
AMI Kids is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping troubled youth. Right. So we work with kids that's, so instead of being incarcerated, right? Okay. So educated in lieu of incarceration means that you're going to come to my program instead of going behind a fence, behind a jail for charges. It could have been anywhere from loitering to truancy all the way up to murder. You feel what I'm saying? So whatever on that spectrum.
Now let's stop right there. How long you did that?
6, 7 years.
6, 7 years.
Yeah.
You know the lives you impacted in 6, 7 years? You know the type of change you brought about by sitting next to a brother that's on the brink of ruining his whole life and just saying, look, I believe in you.
Right.
Bro, you could do better.
Right.
You know how many motherfuckers will sit there and judge you though, but would never even help their own son, their own nephew, their own damn cousin?
They judge me. Let me tell you the sickest part about my I was working there. I started as a part-time night shift. When I started out there, I was just like them kids out there. You understand? I was not far removed from criminal activity. Let's be honest.
You know,
bro. I was not that much different from this kid that's out there.
Somebody like that to know what to tell
Exactly. But I was honest with them. I was honest with every kid out there. I was honest with everybody in the program. My honesty with them allowed me to learn more from that program than I ever gave to any kid. That program did more for me because I was able to be honest and be vulnerable and say, look, Willie, you can't help that kid because you doing the same thing he doing. I had a kid tell me, say, Mr. Willie, how you gonna get the kids right? You ain't right. And I said, boy, you so right. It was through that program that all my growth started because I wanted to be more than just the staff that came down. Let me tell you the sickest thing about that program.
Shout out to that kid real quick though, and shout out to you too for being able to take that constructive criticism from a young. That's how I am. Man, my little 5-year-old daughter might put me on point sometimes. Right. Our issue is that we be thinking we too high up to be corrected or changed or motivated or influenced.
Impossible. You can't kill a messenger.
Come on, man.
If you really want to get productive, go look at the ants. You know, most people throw Terminex on them, but if you study the ants for 10, 15 minutes, that'll change your life.
The toughest situation.
They will change your life. Boy. So I said that to say this.
And they know teamwork.
Come on now. And they don't stop. The sickest thing I did, I moved up from part-time night shift to director of operations with no degree.
Okay.
So director is a degree position. The only reason I got that job is because that's why I signed up to get I had to sign up for elementary education to get a degree, to be the director because you had to at least be in progress. I moved up there with no degree. When I say the people who hated me the most wasn't the staff that I hired. I brought in about 4 or 5 people from the island. I was giving out jobs. Listen, the people who hated me the most watched me come from part-time night shift to DO, and they hated it. And you know what they always used to say? Man, Willie, you ain't did your work. All they could know of is all the things nobody celebrated. I got an award one time.
You ain't did your
staff
work.
Staff of the month. Listen, Kutter, I gotta take my award. Everybody turned it out. Nobody clapped. I had to say, "Damn, y'all not happy for me?" They were so mad to say like what? Because this is their idea. Why does this kid, who halfway a criminal, you understand? Who don't do nothing but sit here and talk with these kids. Why should we reward him? But what they fail to realize is
do nothing but sit here and talk with these kids.
That's what I'm saying. They wanted me to be like, I can't be like, I gotta be me. And the only way I can get this kid to be successful, he has to see me being me and being successful. Otherwise, he'll always be in conflict with himself. He'll always think that he has to change to make it. You don't have to change to make it. You can make it being yourself as long as you got somebody that says, hey, look, I'm myself and I made it. You can do it too.
Man, what? Listen, and I preached that from behind that chair plenty of years.
Right.
You know how many times behind that chair, dog, I've been in situations where I got the daddy coming through, but then I got the son coming through. Right. See, this is an interesting dynamic because what you think is when you're in the barbershop situation, you're going to have a father bring a child. Right. It don't work that way all the time. So I find myself literally being children's fathers, bro, reporting to their daddy what they on. Right. Trying to get them to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, this is just one little thing I did. I ain't got to do that. I ain't had to do that, bro. But it's a thing about not judging the next brother and just thinking, okay, him and his son have a problem communicating. Mm-hmm. That could stem from him and his father not ever communicating the right way. Or it could stem from situations with the baby mama sometime getting there. Or his mama. Like, things are so deep, bro. So I just want to say that if we would just do what we seen ain't nothing, things would change. Right. And I know that's a weird statement to say, but let me check that. Let me go here a little deeper. Yeah, explain if we would just do what we think ain't nothing, we would see so much change. Right. You know how many times I heard a fella say, oh, I ain't gonna go pick him up because by the time I get there, she gonna trip, she gonna whoop-de-whoop. You still gotta try. Mm-hmm. It's been times shit done happened to me. I mean, you ain't gonna always make the time. Yeah, she gonna be mad when you show up late. But damn, you still got your boy though. Mm-hmm. I mean, you still got to spend time with your son. Thanks, man, you don't know what could happen in that 10 minutes of time, bro.
Well, you know what's crazy?
10 minutes of time, 30 minutes of time can change your son's life.
You said if we would just do the things
that we think ain't nothing,
that we think is nothing, right? And think about that.
Big change.
Somebody could be walking down the street.
Come on, man.
Looking down.
Come on, man.
You might say to yourself, I can say something real quick to them,
but I ain't
gonna make no difference. Hey, and that person could walk themselves, go home, and end their life. You could have saved them by just saying, "Hey, you all right?"
You could have been a little selfless. See, people focus on selfishness more than selflessness. Right. People don't even damn near know the word selfless. Right. They don't even know it exists sometimes.
And it's crazy that what people need ain't gonna cost you nothing.
It ain't gonna cost you a damn thing, man. Like the other day, for instance, man.
That's
you know, I could tell the young lady was working hard. Food line, matter of fact. I could tell she was working hard. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't my fault, but I just happened to come to the buggy. I got a lot of shit. I got turned. Right. So I knew she like, damn, I'm gonna have to ring this up. Right. Ain't no bagger on deck, bruh. I bagged my own with her. Why are we talking? You know what I'm saying? I guess I say, hey, your nails looking nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can
boost her up.
Come on. You ain't gotta be hollering either. And girls, get off y'all fucking dick with this. Right. If a nice guy, even gotta be a nice guy, a guy period say, you're beautiful, you look nice, you whatever. He don't always want you. Right. It is possible. And guys, we gotta normalize that thing again too. Like helping sisters without trying to hit. Like, you got to get back to helping sisters without trying to hit so that they can realize, yo, listen, like, it is okay to have a compliment. Because now if you compliment, you looked at as thirsty. And what it has done is slowly but surely, the women have shifted to where they think that mistreatment is attractive. They think that mistreatment is what they need.
And it goes for guys, too.
Whole time they corrupting their soul. Whole time they corrupting too.
Toxic relationships.
Looking for mistreatment. Because they feel like if the woman responds that way, at least they know what she thinks. Right. See, that's a serious situation.
You know, you got a problem when you do something nice, and the first response is, well, "What you done did?"
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. I do something nice, and the first response is, "What you done did?"
That's interesting, bro.
You're literally telling me that you can't accept positivity. But you can't accept love because love to you. It doesn't exist. So whenever there is a nice action, whenever there's something for me to boost your spirit, you're looking for what's the Trojan horse? Like, you doing this for a reason, so what's really going on? Mm-hmm. And that shows that.
And what does that do? Now, let me be you. Now, what does that do to me? I done put my heart in this. Right. Took my time out. Right. Thought you would like it.
You makes me.
I remembered your favorite color.
You know.
Hey, I remembered your favorite color. And then all you can say is why you or whatever. See, and then the
good guy told me about this one day. Now,
boy, they don't like it.
He told me you got to be a little. I ain't gonna listen. I ain't gonna put my man on blast, but
don't put him out there.
I'm not,
because they ain't ready for that. But mentality, man, we got to get him up to
real
speed.
Conversation though, I had with him, and he said, he said, William, I tell you this. Sometimes you got to be careful how you treat that girl because it's a reason why they gravitate. Talk that Russell Wilson, that future, right? It's a reason why they're gravitating to that future. They want that. You understand what I'm saying? They want that. And if you treat them too good, it's almost like, and women almost like have adopted this mentality, they got to be chased. So if you treat them so good, they feel like, well, the chase over. You know what I'm saying? I need to put myself in a position. This is too good to be true. Man. They won't even, we got to get, y'all listen, man.
We got to understand levels. We going to go through this. Because season 2, gonna be fire. This is just the introductory, bro. We ain't gonna give them everything. Right. Season 2, we ain't holding no punches, dog. Season 2 is the collective work. Season 2 is the real push. We done simmered that. We done simmered it long enough. Right. We done played with it long enough. Like we've definitely been tiptoeing in our purpose. Right. Cause it's hard to go through the whole wanting to be accepted when you gotta make your move. Yeah.
Fools rush in.
Exactly.
So you gotta check them waters, but you know what?
Exactly.
So as we get into season 2,
right.
Listen, we're gonna take some of the sugar off the top.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take some of the, and I'm not talking about just being, I'm saying that we're gonna address some things. Man. Yeah,
we already been opening up a lot and hitting on things that people just sweep under the rug. Right. But season 2 is more like refining and defining some of the things that we already got into that come from parenting and trust and believe that when we out here talking, bro, this is directed at us too.
Oh,
we ain't never said.
For sure.
I look in the mirror first every day for a long time.
This is coming from. I'm taking my pain, and my reflection on that pain,
my experience,
and I'm giving that back so that somebody else could prosper.
Exactly.
And we're gonna get into it this season, and we're gonna touch some things. It's gonna be deep.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
You think they ready?
I don't think so.